Alright now. Quiet down. Welcome to the Tar Heel Huddle Fellowship Church. I am your Reverend Bartholomew Jebediah. And I've got a word today from the Lord on high, from the Holy Scriptures of Carolina football in a forest. But first, it has come to my attention that there's an unclean child amongst our midst. You, young lady, come up here and be cleansed of all unrighteousness. Now, as you can see by this young lady's demeanor, she is unclean. What is your name, child?
Little Tara.
Little Tara. Well, my, that is a strange name from the underworld. But we shall cleanse you, little Tara, of all unrighteousness today. Jebediah Bartholomew says, thou be clean.
I'm clean.
You are clean, sister. You may go and sit down with the old brethren.
You don't want none! You don't want none!
What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? It is your favorite North Carolinian, Ross the Tar Heel. And in this huddle, baby, we're going to talk about my North Carolina Tar Heels hosting the Wake Forest Demon Deacons for what's being called the Blue Out. So you make sure you come to Kenan Stadium clad in Carolina blue, baby. Let's paint Kenan with the greatest color in the world. Exciting news. Yours truly is coming home, baby. My family and I will be in Chapel Hill for the game, and we'll be hanging out by the Moorhead Planetarium and Science Center, located at 250 East Franklin Street, with my boy Preston from Greensboro, who you guys probably have seen frequently in the chats and on the boards, man. So look for the Carolina pop-up tent with the Tar Heel Huddle banner. And I've got about 50 wristbands and 6 to 8 t-shirts that I'm going to be giving out. And one of them has this design. The other one did not come out the way that I wanted it to, but I'm going to bring that one anyway, just in case, man. It's going to be first come, first serve. So make sure you show up early and come hang with your boy. Always excited to come back to my daggum sanctuary, Kenan Stadium. More details to follow. Now, we will be doing the night before Wake Forest $250 score prediction and call-in show on November 14th at 8 p.m. You call into the show, you predict the correct score of the North Carolina Wake Forest game, and I'm going to send you $250 for your efforts. I have so far been the only Tar Heel this year to predict the correct score. I predicted the North Carolina Central game correctly. But there's still time for you, Tar Heel Nation. 3 more games, man. You can be a winner, just like me. Unfortunately, there's not going to be any live reaction and watch party this week because your boy's going to be at Kenan Stadium watching the Heels take on the Deacons. But I do plan on going live a couple of times while I'm in there. And I've got mixed emotions about this thing, man, because I really do enjoy doing the live reaction and watch parties with you guys, dude. I really do. But don't y'all get comfortable without me. I will be back for the last 2 football games of the season. So now that we got all this admin stuff out of the way, baby, let's jump into this thing. The North Carolina Tar Heels currently lead this series 72-36 with 2 ties all time against the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. And Carolina boasts a 44-19 with 2 ties record at the house against the Deacons. And they last beat the Demon Deacons in a shootout in Chapel Hill back in 2022, where Drake May outdueled Sam Hartman for a 36-34 thriller at Kenan. Now, Wake, it's kind of like a second cousin once removed if you look at it on the map. You got Carolina, Duke, NC State right there all together. And you got like Wake Forest way over there in Winston-Salem, man. It's kind of sad looking, a little lonely. It's almost like it's over there watching us, wanting to mingle with the family, and it's awkwardly over there by itself because, I don't know, it just wants to kind of fit in, man. And the boys are kind of asking themselves, like, hey, man, why is he here, bro? Who invited him? And then we invite him over because it's the right thing to do, and we try to make some kind of conversation, like Carolina's like, hey, bro, how about them Panthers? Wake Forest is like, yeah, that's my spirit animal. And we're all kind of looking at each other like, okay, that got pretty weird pretty quick. So anyway, what's with the nickname, bro? Well, Wake Forest began calling themselves the Demon Deacons because a school newspaper editor, Mayon Parker, used the nickname in the 1920s after a tough football game against the Trinity College Blue Devils, which is obviously now referred to as Puke. And they described the Wake Forest team as playing like demons on the field. And the demon reference, or the deacon reference, is a reference that goes back to the Baptist roots of the university. And you'll see the Demon Deacon guy with a huge top hat and coattails, which is kind of par for the course for back in the day, what a Baptist deacon would wear to church. I always look forward to diving into the history of these things, man. I'm a big history buff. So now the Wake Forest Demon Deacons are currently sitting at 4-5, 2-3 in the conference after their 46-36 home loss to the Cal Bears last Friday night. They have one common opponent with UNC thus far this year, and that is the Virginia Cavaliers, in which the Demon Deacons lost 31-30 in their second football game of the year. If you guys remember, obviously, Carolina whooped up on the Hoos 41-14 in Charlottesville following their first bye of the season. Now the Deacs are led by head coach Dave Clawson, who has a 67-65 career record in Winston-Salem, and he has a 157-145 overall record with head coaching stops at Fordham, Richmond, and Bowling Green also. The Deacons starting quarterback is a 6'2", 215-pound senior Hank Backmeyer, who was passed for 2,232 yards, 14 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions on the year with a 61.5% completion percentage. Their leading rusher is the 5'10", 200-pound junior running back Damon Claiborne, who has rushed for 824 yards on 169 carries and 9 touchdowns himself. He's averaging 4.9 yards per carry, and he's also got 238 yards receiving on 21 catches for 2 touchdowns receiving. And their leading receiver is the 5'11", 185-pound senior wide receiver Taylor Morin, who has 48 receptions for 606 yards and 1 touchdown. Now the North Carolina Tar Heels are led by Hall of Fame football coach Mac Brown, who has a 112, 77, and 1 tie record at the University of North Carolina overall. Obviously, that's including both stints as a Tar Heel. He has a 287, 153, and 1 tie record overall with stops at App State, Tulane, North Carolina ×2, and the Texas Longhorns, where he won the 2005 National Championship. The Heels starting quarterback is the 6'1", 230-pound senior Jacoby Criswell, who has thrown for 1,871 yards with 11 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Jacoby only has a 58.5% completion percentage right now. However, he has looked much better in the last 2 games this season. The 6', 220-pound junior All-American running back O'Marion Hampton is Carolina's leading rusher with 1,178 yards on 213 carries and 13 touchdowns. Big O is averaging 5.5 yards per carry and has additionally 26 receptions for 265 yards and a touchdown. The dude is an absolute monster. And the Heels' leading receiver is the 6'2", 210-pound senior wide receiver J.J. Jones, who has 493 yards on 26 catches with 4 touchdowns himself. So now that we've looked at the individual statistics, let's take a look at the team stats. And we can see that the Wake Forest Demon Deacons averaged 28.1 points per game on 398.1 yards of total offense. And they are giving up 32.7 points per game on 446.3 yards given up. Wake Forest has the 65th ranked offense and the 119th ranked defense. Now the Heels are averaging 34 points per game on the dot on 448.8 yards of total offense, and they're giving up 26.4 points per game on 343.1 yards given up. UNC has the 19th ranked offense and the 65th ranked defense. So now that we've looked at the team statistics, let's take a look at Russ's 3 keys to victory. And key number 1, man, this is going to sound like a broken record, bro, but this is who we are. Run the rock, man. Wake Forest has the 71st ranked run defense in college football right now, compared to UNC's 25th ranked rushing offense, over 200 yards rushing per game. That's what we do. The offensive line unit additionally had their best PFF game this season last week against Florida State. Why is that, you say, Russ? Because Carolina only threw the ball 17 times. That's all they had to throw the football, man. Get behind those hog mollies on the offensive line and move the line of scrimmage. Hey, Wake Forest, you are too little, bro. Too little. Key number 2, got to take back Keenan, baby. Carolina is only 2-3 at home this year. Unacceptable. It's going to be a blowout, and we need to take back Keenan Memorial Stadium. The defense has looked good the past 2 weeks. The Deacon mascot should leave Chapel Hill missing some daggone teeth from getting punched in the mouth repeatedly by Ramesses. We got to take back Keenan, man. Offense needs to be clicking. Defense needs to be clicking. And key number 3, bro. Hey, listen, your boy's going to be in town. Remember Russ. Last year, the Hills did not disappoint when I made my annual trip up to Kenan Stadium by outlasting the Dukies in double overtime. When Russ comes to Kenan, I need y'all boys to hold down the daggum fort, baby. It's my birthday. No losses on Russ's birthday. And now with all that said and done, baby, you know what time it is. It's time for prediction time, baby. And we're going to start things off by looking at the ESPN matchup indicator, which gives the Heels basically an 81% chance at beating the Demon Deacons at home at the time of this preview. Now here's what's going to happen, man. It's another bye week for the Heels. And we know how they came out after the last one. They got healthy. Everybody had a chip on their shoulder, bro. And they punched some Cavaliers in the mouth. Now Carolina's on a little uptick right now. A little juice about them. North Carolina does exactly what they've done the past 2 weeks, bro. They are bigger, faster, stronger. They're a bigger, faster, stronger football team than the Deacs, man. And they bully Wake Forest until they submit and say, Uncle. I got the Heels 38-20 in another convincing victory and keeping this little slice of momentum going. And it is happy birthday for your boy. So you let me know what you think about this game down in the comments section. Tar Heel and Demon Deacon Nation, bro. If I got any Demon Deacons in the house, you guys make sure you comment down here too, bro. Is your boy Russ onto something? Or am I sitting up there in the daggum nosebleeds, man, having no idea what I'm talking about? If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in Chapel Hill on Saturday. Make sure, actually, I'll see you guys on Thursday, baby, for the call-in show. I'm excited for this week. Let's go Heels. We'll catch you on the next one, Tar Heel Nation.